Hi guys, we're back in with another game of the season. This time, this is 17-11 Indiana Fever versus the 9-19 Seattle Storm. Let's get into it. Starting lineup for the Indiana Fever: Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, Lexi Hull, and Monique Billings. For the Seattle Storm: Dominique Malunga, Flau'jae Johnson, Natisha Heidemann, Jade Melbourne, and Owl Pham. Flau'jae and Dominique Malunga. Yeah, and that's our starting lineup. And let's see who will win the tip. It will be the Storm. Heidemann has the ball up top. Heidemann gets it to Malunga. Malunga inside to Owl Pham. To Johnson. Johnson for three, no good. Clark with the ball. Clark gives it to Billings. Billings out to Mitchell. Mitchell for three. Misses. Johnson gets the rebound. Heidemann brings it up. Heidemann gives it to Melbourne. Melbourne puts it up and it's good. Jade Melbourne gets the first bucket of the game. Clark with the ball. Screen from Boston. Clark takes the long two. Misses. Heidemann gets the rebound. Heidemann with the ball. Oh, I just realized. Guys, I have just now realized that something is wrong, so I will try to fix it, and I will come back into the game where it will stay like this. So we'll try and fix it, and we'll be right back. So yeah, we were able to fix it, and unfortunately we had to restart the game, but it is what it is, I guess. You guys know the starting lineups, and we're tipping it off for the second time. This time, the Fever win the tip. Clark, screen from Billings. Clark for three. Misses. Malunga gets the rebound. Heidemann brings it up. Heidemann gives it to Owl Pham. Pham backing down. Gives it to Flau'jae Johnson. Johnson for three. She knocks it down. Johnson with the first bucket of the game. Clark with the ball. Gives it to Billings. Billings backing down Owl Pham. Billings to Mitchell. Mitchell in the corner for three. Misses. Johnson gets the rebound. Johnson gives it to Melbourne. Melbourne backing down Mitchell. Puts it up and gets it in. 5-0. Seattle with the 5-0 lead. Clark to Boston. Boston backing down Malunga. Boston kicks it out to Mitchell. Mitchell for three. It's good. And Kelsey Mitchell gets the first bucket for the Fever. Heidemann brings the ball up. Heidemann gives it to Mitchell. Mitchell takes the three. Misses. Pham gets the rebound to Heidemann. Heidemann inside, puts it up, misses. Clark gets the rebound. Mitchell has the ball. Mitchell takes another three. Misses. Pham gets the rebound. Pham to Heidemann, back to Pham. Pham gives it to Heidemann in the corner for three. Misses. Timeout Indiana again. And we have an almost new lineup. Cunningham brings the ball up. Cunningham gives it to Clark. Clark. Screen from Timpson. Clark takes the three. Misses. Johnson gets the rebound. Johnson takes another three. She knocks it down again. 8-3. Seattle with the lead. Cunningham with the ball. Cunningham to Timpson. Timpson backing down Fromm. Timpson to Clark. Clark for three. Knocks it down. 6-8. Clark gets her first three. Made three of the game. Johnson with the ball. Gives it to Mitchell. Mitchell fading away. Misses. Clark gets the rebound. Gives it to Cunningham. Sophie Cunningham with the ball. Gives it to Lee Boston. Boston inside. Gets it to go. And we're tied at 8. Johnson brings the ball up. Johnson to Mitchell. Mitchell backing down Clark. Mitchell puts it up. Misses. Fromm gets the rebound to Mitchell. Back to Fromm. Fromm puts it up. And it's good. 10-8. Our Fromm gets her first bucket of the game. Cunningham with the ball. Cunningham screen from Timpson. Cunningham takes the jumper and it's good. A 3 for Sophie Cunningham. 11-10. Fever with the 1-point lead. Mitchell fading away once again. Misses. Boston gets the rebound. Cunningham brings the ball up. Cunningham. Screen from Boston. Cunningham, another 3. Knocks it down. Second 3 for Sophie Cunningham. Johnson with the ball. Puts it up and it's good. Flossie Johnson with 8 points. Cunningham with the ball. Another screen from Boston. Cunningham inside, puts it up, misses. Boston saves it. Boston puts it down from the amazing pass from Monique Billings. Boston with 4 points. Johnson going to the rack by herself and she gets it to go. 10 points for Flossie Johnson. Cunningham with the ball. Gives it to Clark. Clark backing down Mitchell. Clark inside. Gets it to go. 5 points for Caitlin Clark. Johnson with the ball. Johnson to Horston. Horston to Malunga. Malunga puts it up and it's good. First bucket for Dominique Malunga. Cunningham. Gives it to Clark. Clark, another 3. She gets it to go. 8 points for Caitlin Clark. Flossie Johnson with the ball. Johnson to Malunga. Malunga inside. Puts it up and it's good. 21-18. Our highest scores so far today in the first quarter. Clark inside gets it to go again. 10 points for Caitlin Clark. Flossie Johnson with the ball. Gives it to Tiffany Mitchell. Mitchell misses. Clark gets the rebound. Cunningham brings it up. Cunningham to Boston. Boston backing down Malunga and Boston scores. Johnson gives it to Mitchell. Mitchell for 3. Misses. Timpson gets the rebound. Clark brings it up. Clark with the ball. Gives it to Billings. Billings backing down Horston. Billings gets it in. First bucket for Monique Billings. Johnson with the ball. Johnson. Screen from Malunga. Johnson. Step back 3. It's good for Flossie Johnson. 13 points for Johnson. Cunningham gives it to Billings. Billings. Deep 3. Misses. 27-21. Now, like I said, highest scoring first quarter of the day so far. Clark with 10 and Flossie Johnson going off in the first quarter with 13. Johnson brings the ball up. Johnson to Horston. Horston gets it to go. Mitchell has the ball. Mitchell gives it to Cunningham. Cunningham for 3. She knocks it down. Sophie Cunningham with 9 points. Johnson with the ball. Johnson to to Dolson. Dolson inside, puts it up and gets it in. 2 points for Stephanie Dolson. Mitchell with the ball. Gives it to Cunningham again. Cunningham another 3. She misses. Malunga gets the rebound. She's going to give it to Heidemann. Heidemann scores. And that's her first bucket of the game. Mitchell with the ball. Mitchell screens from Billings. Mitchell uses her speed to get inside and she gets it in. 5 points for Kelsey Mitchell. Johnson with the ball. Johnson screens from Dolson. Johnson is also going to use her speed and she gets inside. 15 points for Flau'jae Johnson. Cunningham with the ball. Screen from Hines Allen. Cunningham for 3. It's good. Sophie Cunningham with 12. Flau'jae Johnson with the ball up top. Johnson screen from Dolson. Johnson another triple. It's good. Flau'jae Johnson with 18. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Mitchell takes a 3. Mitchell knocks it down. 8 points for Kelsey Mitchell. Johnson with the ball. Johnson. Screen from Malunga. Johnson inside. Trying to go to work. Misses this time. Horston gets the rebound. Gives it to Malunga. Malunga to Horston. Horston puts it up. Misses. Mitchell gets the rebound. Mitchell getting past everybody. Mitchell inside gets it in. 10 points for Kelsey Mitchell. So far, the Fever have 3 players with 10 points or more. Johnson with the ball. Backing down Mitchell. Johnson puts it up. Air balls and misses everything. And we have substitutions for the Seattle Storm. Mitchell brings the ball up still. Mitchell gives it to Johnson. Raven Johnson for 3. No good. Our Farm gets the rebound. Farm with the ball. Farm for 3. Farm splashes it down. 5 points for our Farm. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Screen from Hines Allen. Mitchell gives it to Johnson. Johnson lays it up. First bucket for Raven Johnson. Jade Melbourne gives it to Horston. Horston inside gets it in. 4 points for Jordan Horston. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Mitchell to Hines Allen. Hines Allen puts it up. Misses. Horston with the ball now. Horston with the up top. Horston to Heidemann. Heidemann backing down Johnson. Misses. Mitchell gets the rebound and timeout for Indiana. And Boston and Timpson check in for the Fever. Mitchell brings the ball up. Mitchell gets past Melbourne with her speed. Mitchell gets right to the rack and she has 12. Melbourne with the ball. Melbourne screen from Magbagor. And a miss. Oh, and a make for Jade Melbourne. She has 4 points. Kelsey Mitchell brings the ball up. Mitchell to Cole. Cole screen from Timpson. Lexi Hole with the ball. Step back 3. Cole misses. Magbagor gets the rebound. Leslie Magbagor with the ball. Gives it to Katie with Samuelson. Samuelson misses. Mitchell has it now. Mitchell gonna use her speed again. Mitchell inside gets it in. 14 points for Kelsey Mitchell. Using her speed as an advantage and gets right to the rack. Melbourne to Dolson. Dolson inside puts it up. 46-41. Mitchell with the ball. Mitchell pass to Boston. Boston inside gets it in. 8 points for Leah Boston. Melbourne with the ball. Melbourne screen from Magbagor. Melbourne puts it up. Misses. Timpson gets the rebound. Michaela Timpson with the ball. Gives it to Lexi Hole. Hole puts it up and it's good. First bucket for Lexi Hole. Jade Melbourne. Screen from Stephanie Dolson. Melbourne, step back, gives it to Dolson. Dolson goes to two defenders and gets it in. Seattle now down 7. Mitchell with the ball. Gives it to Cunningham. Cunningham has it. Cunningham puts it up. Misses. Magbagor gets the rebound. And Melbourne brings it up. Melbourne, screen from Magbagor. Melbourne puts it up. Mid-range, it's good. 50 to 45. Mitchell with the ball. Mitchell gives it to Hole. Lexi Hole inside, gets it to go. 4 points for Lexi Hole. 52-45. Melbourne with the ball. Has to put it up. Melbourne misses. And that's the end of the second quarter. We're going into halftime. 52-45. Chelsea Mitchell with 14 and Flossie Johnson with 18. And our highest amount of points in a single half so far today. Another timeout for Seattle. Heidemann brings the ball up. Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann gives it to Malunga. Malunga mid-range. Gets it to go. 6 points for Dominique Malunga. Caitlin Clark with the ball. Clark has it up top. Clark to Boston. Boston inside. Gets it to fall. Now the Fever have 4 players with 10 points or more in this game. Heidemann gives it to Johnson. Johnson for 3. Misses. Clark gets the ball. Clark to Billings. Billings, mid-range, no good. Pham gets the rebound. Heidemann has the ball. Heidemann gives it to Owl Pham. Pham wide open, gets it to go. 7 points for Owl Pham. Clark brings the ball up. Clark takes a long 3. She knocks it down. 13 points for Caitlin Clark. Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann to Malunga. Malunga, mid-range is good. 8 points for Dominique Malunga. Clark with the ball. Clark to Boston. Boston, mid-range is good. 12 points for Leah Boston. Nikisha Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann gives it to Pham. Our Pham to Dominique Malunga. Malunga inside, gets it to go. 10 points for Dominique Malunga. Caitlin Clark with the ball. Gives it to Mitchell. Mitchell to Boston. To Cunningham. Cunningham for 3. It's good. Sophie Cunningham with 15 points. Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann to Johnson. Johnson deep 3. Knocks it down. Flossie Johnson and Sophie Cunningham both have made 5 threes, and both are 5 of 6 from the 3-point line. Clark mid-range is good. She has 15 points. Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann puts it up and it's good. 5 points for Natisha Heidemann. Clark with the ball. Clark screen from Billings. Clark inside. Puts it up and it's good for Caitlin Clark. 17 for Clark. Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann gives it to Melbourne. Melbourne puts it up. Misses. Mitchell gets the rebound. Mitchell speeding up the court. Mitchell gives it to Boston. Boston inside gets it in. An amazing pass there from Kelsey Mitchell. 14 points for Leah Boston. Heidemann with the ball. Hydeman to Malonga. Malonga puts it up. It's good. And a new lineup for the Fever. Clark with the ball. Clark gives it to Hull. Hull for 3. Knocks it down. Lexi Hull with 7 points. Letitia Hydeman with the ball. Hydeman to Zai Cook. Cook for 3. No good. Billings with the ball. Billings gives it to Johnson. Johnson for 3. Misses. Hydeman gets the rebound. Letitia Hydeman with the ball up top. Hydeman takes the 3. Knocks it down. 8 points for Letitia Hydeman. 71-64. Clark with the ball. Caitlin Clark gives it to Letitia Hydeman. Hydeman backing. Clark gives it to Maisha Hines Allen, And Hines Allen kicks it out to Hull, who misses the 3. Cook with the ball. Cook. Screen from Dolson. Cook takes the mid-range. Misses. And Hydeman gets the ball off the save. Hydeman inside. Puts it up and it's good. 71-66. Letitia Hydeman with 10 points. Clark getting past Hydeman. Clark gets it to go. 19 for Clark. Hydeman with the ball. Hydeman takes a 3. Hydeman misses. Clark gets the rebound. She brings it up. Clark screen from Billings. Clark deep 3. Knocks it down. 22 points for Caitlin Clark to match her jersey number. Hydeman with the ball. Screen from Magbagor. Hydeman almost gets it stolen by Clark. Hydeman uses Clark's teammate as a screen. Hydeman puts the 3 up and it's good. 13 points for Letitia Hydeman. Clark with the ball. Clark gives it to Raven Johnson. Johnson for 3. Knocks it down. 5 points for Raven Johnson. Zai Cook with the ball. Screen from Stephanie Dolson. Cook takes the mid-range. Misses. Billings gets the rebound. Monique Billings gives it to Lexi Hull. Back to Billings. Billings to Johnson. Johnson to Clark. Clark for 3. Clark knocks it down. 25 points for Caitlin Clark. Letitia Hydeman gives it to Katie Lou Samuelson. To Dolson in the corner for 3. Misses. 82-69. The Fever with a humongous lead. Clark with 25 points. And Flau'jae Johnson with 21. 82-69. As we head into the fourth quarter. Mitchell brings the ball up. Mitchell. Screen from Hines Allen. Mitchell takes a 3. Mitchell knocks it down. 17 for Kelsey Mitchell. Johnson with the ball to Zai Cook. Cook screen from Farm. Cook step back 3. Misses. Timpson gets the rebound. Mitchell with the ball. Mitchell gets past Johnson. Takes another 3. Misses. Magbagor gets the rebounds. Johnson with the ball. Johnson to Magbagor. Magbagor inside gets it in. Amazing find there for Flau'jae Johnson. 14-point game, 85-71. Mitchell with the ball. Kelsey Mitchell gives it to Johnson. Raven Johnson for 3. Misses. Our Farm gets the rebound. Farm to Johnson. Johnson for 3. And knocks down another. Flau'jae Johnson has been amazing for the Seattle Storm in this game. Lexi Hull with the ball. Hull takes the 3. Misses. Out of bounds. It'll be Seattle ball. 24 points, 6 threes for Flau'jae Johnson. Johnson with the ball. Johnson to Cook to Dolson. Dolson for 3, misses. Clark with the ball. Gives it to Billings. Billings gets the bucket to fall. Johnson with the ball. Gives it to Cook. Cook to Farm. Farm inside gets it to go. 9 points for our Farm. Mitchell has it up top. Mitchell gives it to Timpson. Timpson to Clark. Clark sidestep 3. It's good. 28 for Caitlin Clark. Johnson with the ball. Johnson gives it to Horston. Horston backing down Billings. Horston puts it up. She gets it to go. 6 points for Jordan Horston. Mitchell with the ball. Mitchell for 3. Mitchell lets it fly. No good. Zai Cook with the ball. Cook gives it to Dolson. Dolson in the corner for 3. Misses. Boston gets the rebound. Aaliyah Boston gives it to Clark. Clark takes another 3. Misses this time. Johnson has the ball. Flau'jae Johnson gives it to Dolson. Dolson inside gets blocked. Aaliyah Boston has the ball. Boston gives it to Billings. Billings inside gets it to go. Oh, misses. Johnson gets the rebound. She takes a 3. Misses. Mitchell gets the rebound. She brings it up. Mitchell to Billings. Billings inside gets it to go. 6 points from Monique Billings. Lexi Hull checks in for the Fever. Heidemann, Nagbagor, and Malunga check in for the Storm. Johnson gives it to Malunga. Malunga backing down Timpson. Malunga gets it to go. 14 points for Dominique Malunga. Lexi Hull with the ball. Gives it to Clark. Clark. Screen from Boston. Clark, mid-range, no good. Nagbagor gets the rebound. She gives it to Johnson. Flau'jae Johnson gives it to Nagbagor. Nagbagor inside gets blocked by Michaela Timpson. But Malunga gets it and she misses the layup. Monique Billings with the ball. Monique Billings has it. Billings takes the 3 and misses. Malunga gets the rebound. Gives it to Johnson. Johnson gives it to Heidemann. Heidemann tries a 3, misses. Clark has the ball now. Clark. A pass into Boston. Back to Clark. Clark gives it to Hull. Hull with the ball. Takes a 3. She knocks it down. 10 points for Lexi Hull. Fever now with 6 players, I believe. 5 players at the least with 10 points and above. Johnson lays it up. 26 points for Flau'jae Johnson. Clark with the ball. Clark to Cunningham. Cunningham puts it up and Cunningham gets it to go. 17 points for Sophie Cunningham. Tisha Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann to Farm. Farm puts it up. She gets it to go. 11 points for our Farm. Clark with the ball. Clark screen from Timpson. Clark takes the 3. Clark misses. Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann gives it to Malunga. Malunga inside gets it to go. Amazing dunk there for Dominique Malunga. 16 points. Clark with the ball. Gives it to Boston. Boston mid-range. Misses. Malunga gets the rebounds. Dominique Malunga with the ball. Gives it to Melbourne. Melbourne for 3. Misses. Damalunga kicks it out. Dolson. Melbourne hits the three. 89-97. Clark with the ball. Gives it to Mitchell. Mitchell backing down Melbourne. Mitchell to Cunningham in the corner for three. Misses. Farm gets the rebound. Our Farm by herself. Inside gets it to go. Mitchell gives it to Clark. Clark gets fouled. Clark gets fouled again. She's heading to the free throw line. Clark first free throw. She gets it to go. 29 for Caitlin Clark. Second free throw. She misses. Heidemann to Melbourne. Melbourne step back three. Wastes all the time. And the Fever will win this one. 98-91. Caitlin Clark, player of the game. 29 points, 3 rebounds, and 8 assists. As the Fever win 98-91. Let's check out the box score. Oh, and for this day, the Fever hold the record for most points of the day so far. So let's check out the box score. Heidemann with 13, Melbourne with 9, Johnson with 26, Our Farm with 13, Damalunga with 16, Dolson with 6, McBagor with 2, Horston with 6, and that's it for Seattle scoring. For the Fever, Clark with 29, Mitchell with 17, Hull with 10, Billings with 6, Boston with 4, Cunningham with 17, Johnson with 5, and that's it for Indiana scoring. Thank you guys so much for watching this game. Amazing game for both these teams, but Indiana came up on top, winning by 7. And indeed, there was 5 players who scored 10 points and above, and 3 players who scored 17 points and above. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.